Mercedes-Benz V-Class, simply press the unlock button on the key. To lock the car, press the lock button on the key. To open the tailgate, press and hold the top button on the key. To open the near side rear sliding door, press and hold this button. The engine on the Mercedes-Benz V-Class, you just pop the whole key into the slot just behind the steering wheel and twist the key clockwise. You have to ensure that your right foot is on the brake pedal before you turn the key, and the engine will start. To select a gear, you use the stalk just behind the steering wheel on the right hand side. To park the car, you press the N button. To go into drive, you knock the stalk down. To select reverse, you knock the stalk up. And just at the top of the trip computer, you can see the gear that you're in highlighted. It's just down by your right knee when you're in the driver's seat. You have to pull the lever towards you to remove the parking brake, and then push the lever to apply the brake. Of course, the red symbol on the dash will let you know if the brake's on or not. Multifunctional steering wheel is standard on all models, the Sport and the AMG line. On the right hand side, if your phone's connected via Bluetooth, you have the answer phone call and reject phone call or hang up button there. You have the voice activation control. You have sound up and sound down, whether that's for the call volume or the radio or media system. And you have a mute button just in the middle there. On the left hand side, you have the controls for the trip computer, which is just behind the steering wheel. So you can cycle through different menus, so miles or trip or miles per hour, range, and you can select OK and navigate to the home menu and to cycle through all of the options. There's the return button at the bottom there as well. Okay, the center, of course, is the horn. There's just two symbols there, so just press it to apply the horn. Each adjustment can be applied in two ways, depending on what options you have on your car. With the standard option, there's normally a lever just behind your left knee, that you pull up towards you and you slide forwards and backwards manually on the rails. The other option is the memory seat package, which is the electrically controlled seats. So that, of course, is the outline of the seat that you're sat on. You can move it forwards and backwards, the base, up and down. You can twist it. You can see there to move the seat back angle forwards and backwards, and headrest up and down as well can be adjusted. Okay, with the standard controls, there would just be a twist dial at the side of the seat, which you can turn around to adjust the seat angle behind you, and the seat headrest will raise and lower with a catch just on the side. Are adjusted with the controls on the door. You select which side you want to adjust, and the red light will appear on, so you know that you've selected the offside mirror. You use the control in the center to adjust it, so left and right or up and down, as you can see there. The control at the top of this panel is for the electric folding mirrors. So if you press that, the mirrors will fold in, fold out. Okay, locking the car will automatically fold the mirrors. Lighting fixtures just above the handbrake. Okay, it's just simply a dial. You can keep the lights on automatic. There's a sensor just at the top of the front windscreen that senses the light outside and applies the lights automatically for you. You can switch between putting the lights on manually if you want, and then changing to parking lights. Fog lights are just the button on the left here, and the light timer is just on the right hand side there. The indicators and windscreen wipers are just on the left stalk behind the steering wheel. Okay, so the wipers are controlled with the dial on the end. So you twist it to increase the speed of the wiper, and the bottom setting is turning the wipers off completely. Okay, so to wash the windscreen, you just press and hold the button in on the end of the stalk. And to apply the rear wipers, you just flip the switch in the middle. If you flip the switch and then hold it, that will wash the rear windscreen. The indicators are simply controlled by moving the stalk down for left and up for right. Left-hand side of the steering wheel on the dash, just below the screen at the top here is the air conditioning unit. It is a climate control system, so you can control both sides of the car. You can control the temperature with the red and blue buttons on either side. This button controls where the air is going. This is the fan speed. There's an automatic function, and then you have the clear windscreen controls here. Clicking this button will put the air control on, circulating the air with this button, and this button here controls the rear air conditioning. The air conditioning controls, you have the controls for the media system. So you have the panel here, which is the navigation menu, so you can select navigation, radio, media. When you have your phone connected, you can use the USB ports just below here. Telephone, so you can connect your phone and answer and reject phone calls. There's car settings as well. So there's hundreds of different settings you can play with. You can leave the lights on for a certain amount of time, or change the interior lighting color just below the trim here. And of course your hazard lights on the right hand side. There is a CD player in the car with the eject button just on the far left hand side. Now the control panel just down here is how you control the media system once you've selected which menu you're going into. So there are two key components on how to control it. There's the click wheel at the back here, which clicks left and right. You can press it down to select an option. So just to show you, this wheel moving cycles through different settings, and then pressing it will select an option. You can press the button on the far left here to go back a page. Okay. The unit just behind the click wheel acts as a touchscreen mouse, so you can swipe left and right, up and down to select options, and you can tap it as well to select that option. Okay, the buttons on either side. Okay, you have the volume control for the radio, of course, and control phone call volume. You can turn the whole media system off. There's the button to control automatic start-stop, so where the engine cuts out when the car is still or you've pulled up at a junction. There's the two buttons for the electric sliding doors on either side. Of course, up here is the dynamic select button, so you can control the ride comfort. You can go into comfort mode, sport mode, or an individual setting that you've programmed into the car. Okay, so the air conditioning ducts are one behind the steering wheel. There's two central and one over on the far left hand side. To move these, you just hold the center and you control which angle it faces. Okay, rear view mirror is just at the top of the car here. Okay, that is a self-dimming rear view mirror, so you don't have to worry about pressing a tab underneath it if someone's behind you with their lights on full. There's glove compartment storage just over the far left-hand side. Of course, the electric windows are just on the right-hand side on the door panel.